Good evening, Facebook land. Hey, Edward Leos here on Sunday, February 21st, 2021. How's everybody doing out there in Facebook land? Actually, really excited to talk about tonight's topic, embracing gratitude. I think this past week has been challenging for a lot of us with regards to bad weather and the conditions that kind of come with it. Hey, Jennifer, thanks for joining. But there's a lot of things. Christina, great to have you on call. It's always great to have consistent people that show up to your calls. It's kind of a cool thing. It's ironic too that it's a lot of, I don't see a lot of guys popping up on these calls. So I need to get some of the male presence to kind of pop in here and do that. But hey, if you feel that you're getting some value out of this, please share this to your Facebook wall, invite people, tag people into this, because I think, there's some value that we're putting out there. I think it's all of us learning from each other that makes this thing so possible to just be better. 15 minutes, we can all invest that amount of time to just be better in everything that we're doing, and especially with some of the topics that we've been talking about. And gratitude is one of them. When you're talking about embracing gratitude, it's really a challenging thing because it's so easy for us to be just bottled up in all the challenging things that are going on in this world. For instance, obviously, my family is in Texas, and I've got a lot of friends and family who are in Texas. And you're talking about this past week has been an absolute mess when it came down to the bad weather. Losing electricity, losing power, losing water. You're talking about some of life's basic necessities just being kind of gone. And so even here in Missouri, it was challenging at times, just not being able to get around. Some people losing their things and stuff like that. We run a business here in Missouri that is focused on catastrophe and helping people. And so we've been seeing these calls flood in for things happening at their homes or their offices or their businesses. And it's really just makes you wonder, makes you want to think about the positive things that you have in your world. And it's so easy to focus on the negative that I thought maybe this week, let's focus on how we can be positive and focus on our gratitude. So we kind of have 10 different ways to kind of show gratitude. Obviously, it's not about what you talk about, but it's what you do. It's not just thinking it, but actually doing it. And I've had different conversations with different friends recently, and it really is about the action that you take forward into being that better person. And so when you're talking about 10 reasons to embrace gratitude, here's a quick list. And I hope you get some value out of this. Simona, hey, thanks for jumping on. Appreciate you guys being on this call too. And here we go. So number one, you got to keep a gratitude journal. Why? Well, you got to take things from your head to the piece of paper, putting it down on paper. It's so important because there's so much that gets just clogged up in your head and in your heart. And it's really important that you put those things down. Why is it important to have a gratitude journal? There's always something to be thankful for. And it's always an opportunity for you to go back and also reflect. And we'll talk about that later on as well. But it gives you an opportunity to go back there and reflect on some of the things that you are thankful for. So I can guarantee you, if we had a gratitude journal for this week, especially if you were in San Antonio or anywhere in Texas, basically, your gratitude journal is going to be completely night and day from maybe Tuesday, Wednesday to Friday, Saturday. The fact that you have electricity, the fact that you have power, the fact that you could take a warm bath. These are things that just were not happening for a lot of people. And so it's really important to keep that gratitude journal. And again, it's about tracking. It's about taking it from the head to the piece of paper because the written word is so, so powerful. Number two, you got to help someone in need. There's always an opportunity to help someone. And that could be financial. It could be just strategic. It could just be supportive, but it's about being present. Sometimes, I know we're going to talk about this later in active listening is another one, but it's about listening. When you're present with someone, you're really giving them not only your full attention, but you're giving them yourself. They're showing them that they're valued. And that's important when you're helping someone in need. It could be, if someone's tire broke down. We talked about that actually in church today about the power of friends and having those people who will call, who you would call if something happened to you. Who are those people? It's that circle of five, that John Maxwell talks about, the power of five. So But when you help someone in need, you're putting yourself out there to go do something positive. So that's an important thing. Number 3, practice random acts of kindness. So easy to do. It could be as simple as opening the door, saying thank you, picking up someone's groceries. It could be, you've heard about this all the time about, paying for someone's lunch, or Starbucks or whatever. If you're in Southeast Missouri, Scooters, coffee, that's another one. Good place there. But practice those random acts of kindness, because those are opportunities for you to kind of go out there and just help someone. And you don't have to have anything in return for it. That's the great thing about a random act of kindness. You don't have to have anything that comes back to you. Okay. Number 4, I like this one because I'm a journalist, I'm a writer, but it's write a thank you note. Personalize something. I think it's important when people understand that you've taken the time to write something on a note that is made for them. Sure, it's easy to text someone. Sure, it's easy to email them. Heck, even to call them. But there's a power in the written word, whether it's a thank you card that goes out in the mail that you pick up and you get in the mail, because not a lot of us get anything that's positive in the mail. Most of the times what we're getting in the mail is pretty much bills, or advertisements, maybe magazines, I guess. But the days of when you used to get those cards or those written cards are long gone. Actually, my mom's really great at that. For every holiday, there's always, I already know there's going to be a card coming up for, even Easter, even, your birthday, but it doesn't have to be that. It could just be any day, sending a written note, whether it's in the mail or putting it on someone's desk and saying, hey, man, I just love working with you. Your energy, your spirit is just so off the charts all the time. Thank you for being you. Just something simple like that. It's finding that person in your office or your group of friends that you can go out there, or family that you can go and say, hey, great job. I appreciate you. Those kind of things. Any kind of way to show that. Number 5 is be patient. This is really about taking that time to reflect. I think we're such in a fast-paced world all the time where it's like now. You really forget to take that breath almost and really just take it in and go, hey, hold on. Let's just be a little bit patient in what we're doing here, and let us go through some of this. I've had conversations with some really close friends over the last couple of days, and we've talked about a lot of things when it comes to life, work-life balance, to goals, to dreams, to aspirations. And it's really about finding those opportunities for you to kind of just take a moment, be patient, be present, and understand that as you reflect on where you are, you can actually set a path to move forward on things. So that's important too. So let's review those first 5. Number 1, keeping a gratitude journal. Totally important. Number 2, helping someone in need. Number 3, practice random acts of kindness. I gotta love that. Number 4, write a written thank you note or just a note of praise, something positive. Number 5, you got to be patient. All right. Number 6, we got a few more minutes. Let's just right into this. Number 6, pay it forward. Man, this is when you want to send those blessings forward to someone. You get something that's happened positive in your life, pay that forward to that person or to someone that you know or love. It could be the power of a smile. Seriously. I mean, in today's world, oh my gosh, to see someone actually smile and mean it is just a ray of sunshine. I mean, it really is. There's so many people in this world nowadays that there's just that negative vibe and energy that's around them. But when you actually walk into a room and you see someone who's smiling, all of a sudden, it's kind of hard not to be contagious and to have that ripple effect that goes with it. And that's what I like to think of is there's a ripple effect about that little bit of paying it forward. And it could be as simple, guys, as smiling. Simple as that. And, the other good thing about, paying it forward and doing those things and the simple things, it's people love to hear their name. I mean, we was at lunch yesterday, and it was ironic because, we had this guy who was our waiter and his name was Matt, but he has a name on the thing. And he came up to the table and I said, hey, Matt, good to meet you. And he was going into his spiel saying, hey, my name's Matt. I'm the sir. Oh, and then I had caught him off guard because he was so used to just saying his spiel of like, hey, I'm Matt. I'm your waiter. What can I get you to drink? And so it really caught him off guard. But it's important because it showed the value that we placed in him as not our server, but as someone that we respected and someone that, hey, I'm going to treat you the way I would like to be treated as well. And, it was actually a pretty good experience because of that. So these are little things, but it's kind of paying it forward. Number 7, volunteer your time. I'm a huge proponent in giving to the less fortunate, but finding something that you love and helping people. My girls are in San Antonio, and they donated their time a couple of weekends ago at the San Antonio Food Bank. To see that they're doing those things at a young age is important, because we're instilling in them the importance of helping others. And that's what it's really about. When you volunteer your time, it's really hard for you to feel bad about that. You just can't. So what's your passion? If it's music, go volunteer your time to be a music teacher. If it's sports, be a coach. If it's about animals, go to the Animal Defense League or the Humane Society. Whatever that is, find that passion and go help. Today's world, there are so many opportunities for us to go back and give our time. It's incumbent upon us to make this world a better place and go out there and do that. So it's very, very simple. Donate your time, volunteer your time. Number 8, we're moving along, but being thoughtful of others. That's kind of anticipating a person's needs and finding ways that you show you can care. That's important. Always be thoughtful of others. Think about that. Don't think about yourself, but think about the other person and how you can help them. That is important as well. Number 9, hold on, water break. Be an active listener. These things right here, phones, they're the greatest invention, and they're the most challenging invention for us, because that's actually where things, when you talk about being an active listener, it's about being present. It's about giving eye contact. It's about having the full body language, listening to that person. That's what's active listening, not passive listening, where you kind of hear things and you're on your phone at the same time. And shoot, I've been guilty of that. It's a hard habit to break, especially when your livelihood is really revolved around that phone. Everything you have is right there at your fingertips. But you've got to take those moments to take a step back and really figure out how you can listen to someone and help them. And that's how the gratitude side of things comes out, is being an active listener, showing them that you value them. And number 10, this is the most important one of all. Show yourself some grace and gratitude. Self-care matters. So you go through all this list and you're like, focus on everyone else. But if you don't take care of yourself and show yourself some grace, it's not going to work. You're never going to feel happy. You're going to have challenges all the time. You're going to be like, what's happening here? The world's imploding on me. I've got this and this and this all just coming at me. That's where you take that step back, but you focus on the gratitude that you have within yourself. You always find that you have blessings galore that have come your way. So when you take those moments to look at that and you focus on you and how you have been doing good things in this world, what blessings you bring, what blessings you have, all of a sudden that mind shift changes. But it's also about self-care. That's important. Whether it's going to work out, whether it's going to a spa, or whether it's just sitting quietly in the corner and meditating, or focusing on your breathing, or talking to someone, taking a walk in the park, whatever that is, self-care completely matters. Okay, so let's review the top 10 list here, and then, man, we're already going to be done. This is kind of a cool Sunday evening. I'm really liking this stuff. Number 1, keep a gratitude journal. It's important. Number 2, help someone in need. You got to be able to help someone in need. Number 3, practice random acts of kindness. You hear this all the time. Sometimes you see people who are putting that on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook. It's okay. That's fine. Number 4, write a thank you note or a positive note. Tell someone something positive. I challenge each and every one of you to do that to someone tomorrow, whether it's your daughters, your husband, your best friend, your spouse, your coworker. Leave them a note and just say thanks. Just say anything positive about them. That's the cool thing. Number 5, be patient. Number 6, pay it forward. Number 7, one of my favorites, volunteer time. Help others. Help others. Invest in our society. Number 8, being thoughtful of others is important. You got to be thoughtful of others. Number 9, be an active listener. That means being present, value the other person, and then you'll see a difference. And number 10, which is rather important, show yourself some grace and gratitude. It's important, particularly with what happened last week around the country with the snowmageddon, if you will. It's important that we're taking the time to take care of ourselves, if you will. So again, these are top 10 ways to show gratitude. I will put this on My Empire Starts Now, the list as well. If you found value in this, guys, please share. I'd love that. Tag all your friends who you want. Invite them every week. We'll be doing this again next week. I'll be in San Antonio, but we're still going to do this probably live from my mom's house. Maybe I can get my mom on this. I don't know. She won't do that. I'm just kidding. She won't get it. But anyway, just join us. 8 o'clock, 15 minutes, in and out. Share. Thank you for everything you guys do. If there's any way that I can be of service to you personally or to your teams, please reach out. You know how to find me. Again, have a fantastic week. Don't stop believing. And let's just go make this an incredible week. Show some gratitude, show some grace, and let's make this world a better place. You guys take care.